So this is the new MMO trailer that everyone is hyping up, Chrono Odyssey. We did see that a little bit. This used to be a mobile game, or well, at least mobile crossplay, which I think they changed now, and it's just a PC game and a console game now, right? Okay. Looks ominous. That looks really nice. Looks nice too. That looks like, what is that, Ghost of Tsushima or something? This reminds me of the camera. Immediately the first thing is the camera is really weird. And I say that because MMO cameras in third person are never horizontal to your character. They're always a little bit, you know, angled upwards. Yeah, so this is already a little bit weird. For an M, yeah, this is the same thing there. No one's confirmed that they are out. This is in-game footage. Okay, actually one more thing that we found on their Twitter. So this is an old trailer of the boss monster that you already saw in the new trailer, and also one of the characters, kind of, that we saw in the newest trailer. And they were answering some questions here, and then they were like, is this actual gameplay? Gameplay is better than this. Is this gameplay? No, but the gameplay is much better. So does that mean that this is not gameplay either? This camera reminds me a little bit of New World, which is not necessarily a good thing. Hold on, let's up that a little bit more. I wonder why they would show this. As you can see, this is really rough. Like, look, if you look at the characters, the character in general in comparison to the environment, it looks very like weak in comparison to the rest of the world. Again, this is probably still pretty early though. The environment looks nice. Oh. It looks pretty cool. That's a cool dash. Hold on, I need to see that dash one more time. Dash looks pretty smooth. And it also seems like if you're, you know, like if you're aiming down with your bow or whatever, it's zooming in a little bit. That's also not bad. You know what that also reminds me of? Vindictus. Ooh. Okay. Flame looks good. Okay. Obviously, some of these animations are still pretty rough. Okay. Oh. So you can... Ah, yeah, you can be Echo from League. That looks sick. The way the hair works looks crazy. That looks really nice. And we've seen this guy. Yep, we've seen this guy in the previous trailer. Also important to note. You see how he's slashing here? And then there's a cut. Obviously it's not in the right direction, but that's pretty cool. Looks nice too. This is the kind of theme I like. I think there's a little bit too much sci-fi in here. For my taste at least. But overall this looks pretty good. It also still looks like it's pretty early in development. Although the graphics might deceive you otherwise. I think a lot of the animation work and speed of things, physics of things are not really in place yet. Yeah, I think this is almost like more of a proof of concept trailer more than anything. Especially in this climbing animation, you can see that. I don't know why they would include that though. Like the climbing animation is the most basic thing ever, and it's like, what do you guys think? Since it's a console port or a console and PC game, I think that's why the camera looks like this. It looks like, I don't know, it reminds me of like console games in general. The way the camera looks. This is not how a usual MMO perspective is. Yeah, the freeze looked really good. We started the company in 2017 at 3 mobile games with NFT projects. I mean, that's a good way to fund an MMO. Yeah, I don't know how this, that's a good point. How would the time thing work in PvP? Like that's not gonna work. The overall time stuff is very hard to make work in multiplayer. I'm not an MMO player, but I always found it weird to have cam almost top down. Usually, I don't know. Yeah. Like the way the camera's also like tilted down almost. That's usually a sign of console. Because it doesn't allow you to have as much of an overview. So usually games that are more zoomed in like this and are like let you see less, have less depth. If that makes sense. So we will see if that's actually what's gonna end up happening, but... Like it's very, like no PC MMO ever had something like that. I don't know, something about this is off to me. Something about this feels off. I don't really know what. But I think a lot of this looks really nice, and then this is obviously Unreal Engine 5, right? So graphically, especially like the boss fight and this looks really nice. This almost reminds me of ArcheAge2 trailer, but it's pretty good. This game has been announced for a while already, and I followed it for a little bit, so let's see where this goes. I still think this is gonna take a while though. Although it looks pretty finished, I don't think it is at all. I think this is probably another 3 to 4 years in the oven, I would guess. But yeah, we'll see, I guess.